Derek Bieri refused to fake it, and that's why his show disappeared. When Roadworthy Rescues first came on TV, it was different from other car shows. Most car programs showed fancy shops and expensive builds. But Derek's show was about saving cars that were falling apart in barns and backyards. He was the host, and people already knew him from his YouTube channel called Vice Grip Garage. Derek wasn't like other TV hosts who seemed fake. He was real, and viewers could tell. The show had a simple idea that worked really well. Derek would drive around the country looking for old cars that nobody wanted anymore. These weren't pretty classic cars, they were rusty, broken vehicles that most people would send to the junkyard. But Derek saw something special in them. He would buy these cars and try to get them running again with basic tools and clever ideas. People loved watching him work because he made it look fun, not impossible. What made the show special was how honest it felt. Derek didn't pretend things were perfect when they weren't. If something broke while he was working on it, viewers saw the real problem and how he fixed it. He talked to the camera like he was talking to a friend. There was no script telling him what to say. When he met the people who owned these old cars, he actually listened to their story. These conversations were often the best parts of each episode, because they showed why these cars mattered to people. The show started getting more popular, and that's when the problems began. The TV network noticed that more people were watching, and they wanted to make changes. They thought they could make the show even more successful by making it look more like other reality TV shows. But their ideas were the opposite of what made Roadworthy Rescues good in the first place. The network bosses wanted Derek to do bigger car projects that would cost more money and take more time. They wanted him to work faster to create fake stress and drama. They talked about bringing in other people to create arguments and conflict. Worst of all, they wanted Derek to act out scenes that weren't real. They wanted him to pretend to be upset, pretend that parts broke when they didn't, and pretend to have fights with his crew. Derek had built his whole career on being honest with his audience. His YouTube fans trusted him because they knew he always told the truth. If he said something was hard, it really was hard. If he said he was happy about fixing something, he really was happy. The idea of lying to his viewers even in small ways was something he couldn't do. Making the TV show was also much harder than making YouTube videos. With YouTube, Derek could work at his own speed and take breaks when he needed them. But TV production meant following strict schedules and traveling all the time. Derek and his small team had to work in places they didn't know, often in bad weather or difficult conditions. They had to finish cars quickly to meet deadlines, which took away from the relaxed feeling that made the show enjoyable. The constant travel and long workdays were hurting Derek's family life. He had always included his wife and kids in his YouTube videos, and spending time with them was important to him. But the TV show kept him away from home too much. The stress of trying to meet network demands while staying true to his values was wearing him down. By the middle of 2024, fans started noticing that something was wrong. Some episodes felt rushed. The show didn't have the same relaxed fun feeling it used to have. People on internet forums talked about how the show felt different and wasn't as good as before. Derek himself looked tired in some of his behind-the-scenes videos on YouTube, even though he tried to stay positive. The final problem came when the network was planning the 4th season. They gave Derek a choice: do things their way or lose the show. The specific thing they wanted him to do was act out fake scenes to make the show more dramatic. This meant pretending to have problems that weren't real, acting angry when he wasn't actually angry, and staging conversations that never happened. For Derek, this was going too far. Everything he had built was based on his viewers trusting him. If he started faking things, even small things, he would be lying to the people who supported him. He knew that once he started pretending, it would be hard to stop. The show would become just another fake reality program, and he would lose everything that made him special. Derek decided to say no to the network's demands. He knew this meant giving up a successful TV show, and the money that came with it. He also knew it would affect his crew and other people who worked on the show. But he believed that keeping his honesty was more important than keeping the show going. The network didn't try to find a middle ground or come up with other ideas. When Derek refused to fake scenes, they decided to cancel Roadworthy Rescues completely. They didn't make a big announcement or explain what happened. The show just quietly disappeared, leaving many viewers confused about why it was gone. After the show ended, Derek went back to making YouTube videos full-time. Without the pressure from the TV network, he could return to the style that had made him popular in the first place. His YouTube channel actually grew bigger after the TV show ended. Viewers who had found him through TV followed him back to YouTube, where they could watch him work without any fake drama or scripted scenes. The comments on his new videos often mentioned how happy fans were to have the real Derek back. People appreciated that he had chosen to stay honest rather than make easy money by faking things. His audience respected him more for walking away from TV than they would have if he had stayed and compromised his value. The story of why Roadworthy Rescues ended is really about the choice between being real and being fake. Derek chose to be real, even when it cost him money and fame. In a world where many TV shows use fake drama to get attention, Derek's decision to stay honest was unusual and brave. The show didn't end because it was failing or because people stopped watching. It ended because Derek refused to lie to his audience. He understood that once he started faking things, his viewers would stop trusting him. Without that trust, all his success would be meaningless. Today, Derek continues to make videos about fixing old cars, but he does it on his own terms. His audience followed him back to YouTube because they value honesty over fancy production. While there's always a chance that Roadworthy Rescues could come back on a different network or platform that respects Derek's way of doing things, for now its ending serves as a reminder that some things are more important than money or fame. The real reason Roadworthy Rescues ended wasn't about ratings or money. It ended because Derek Bieri chose to stay true to himself and his audience rather than fake it for TV success. In an entertainment world that often rewards people for being fake, Derek's choice to walk away rather than compromise shows that integrity still matters. His decision proved that sometimes the biggest victory comes from knowing when to say no. Derek lost his TV show, but he kept something more valuable: the trust and respect of his audience. That trust is what built his success in the first place, and it's what continues to make his YouTube channel successful today. The end of Roadworthy Rescues wasn't a failure. It was a choice to put honesty first. Derek showed that you don't have to fake it to make it, and sometimes the best thing you can do is walk away from something that asks you to be someone you're not. Subscribe if you respect creators who choose honesty over money.